up, guys? It's PDubs, and guess what? I need to tell you a story. So about 3 months ago, I noticed on YouTube that content creator KevGret had put out a video talking about the AtGames Legends Ultimate and another device that you can connect to it in order to play thousands of more games as well as applications on your system. And if there's one thing that I absolutely love about the AtGames Legends Arcade family of products is the ability to find more and more ways to play more games. So what KevGret was using is he was using a Google Chromecast. And with the Google Chromecast, he was able to pick up and install the AntStream application, the AntStream streaming service. Now, this is a service you do need to pay for. I recently signed up myself. I signed up, they had a deal. It was like $12 a year, something like that. So it's pretty cheap and you get access to tons of great games. So sure enough, it's taken a few months, but I finally decided to pick up one of these Google Chromecasts for 20 bucks, and I wanted to check it out on my AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade machines and see, is this a solution that's worth the 20 bucks, worth your time and energy? Comes with a remote control, also comes with the Google Chromecast with an HDMI cable that's permanently connected to it, as you can see right here, which we're going to plug into the HDMI port on the machine, as well as we're just going to use the Bluetooth connection built into the control panel to connect to this to get our arcade controls working. Now, what I really liked is when I saw KevGret using this, like he did a demonstration showing us some Pac-Man gameplay using the controls and things like that. We're going to test and see, well, what about some controls that actually involve using the buttons and stuff? I think this was the only game he tested or showed us, and it was just moving the joystick. We want to make sure that we can play all the other games that are available on AntStream, and there's a lot of them. Now, if you're not familiar with AntStream, I'm not going to do an entire video about AntStream unless you want me to in the comments section after the video's over, but it is a streaming service you do pay for, and they do have licensed games that you're allowed to play on your system. Now, keep in mind, you are streaming these games, so your gameplay experience is probably going to be only as good as your internet connection, but what I can tell you is, unlike some other streaming services out there, the AntStream servers and things like that perform really, really well. They've recently signed up. They got games on here from Taito, Bandai Namco. Hell, they even have Mortal Kombat as well. And a lot of these games you can play co-op with a friend online as well. And sure enough, they have up all the way at the top, they do all kinds of tournaments, which is really cool. So if you want to get in on tournaments, get on the leaderboards, they have different achievements for games, messages, community. You can add friends, and as you can see in the top right corner, because I recently signed up, you can earn gems, which you use to enter tournaments and things like that. That's a cash-free thing, as well as you can level up based upon your playing time. As you can see here, I've done some testing. I'm about halfway up to level 2. Change your settings and all that stuff. By the way, if you have AntStream, feel free to send me a friend request. And it's going to be fairly simple to get everything set up. All you need is your Google Chromecast device right here, this little hockey puck. You're going to need the remote control that came with it, because obviously if you don't have one of these already, you'll have to turn it on, use the remote control, log into your Google account or create one, as well as start downloading all the applications. You're also going to need this power cable that came with the Google Chromecast, because this is your power supply. This does need to be plugged in the wall in order for this to work. Okay, let's get to the fun stuff. Step 1, plug your Google Chromecast into the wall outlet. You'll see it's got a white light on it, so it's receiving power. And then connect the HDMI cable to the HDMI port on the AtGames. For this example, we're using an AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.1 cabinet, then flip the HDMI button. Once you flip to the HDMI input on the arcade machine, you'll now get video and sound coming through the arcade machine display, as well as the speakers. And if you've already set up a Google Chromecast like I have, well, guess what? Now you can go ahead and just start moving on to the next step. If you're brand new, you'll have to use the remote control and create your account and all that stuff. So at this point, we're assuming your Google Chromecast is set up, plus you've searched the App Store and installed the AntStream Arcade application. Now you want to use your remote control and navigate over to the right, to the top right where the cogwheel is, and click on the enter button on the remote control so we can get into the settings. This is where we're going to sync up and connect our AtGames Legends Ultimate control panel to this device underneath the remotes and accessories option. You'll notice under remotes and accessories, I have an HA8800 device listed. That's the AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.0 cabinet. I was able to pair the control panel to this device, but I still couldn't get all the controls to work. However, this does work on the 1.1 cabinet, 1.2 cabinets, AtGames Legends Gamer Mini, and Legends Gamer Pro arcade sticks if you want to sit in front of your TV and use those for your controls while playing in front of a big TV. But for now, step number 3 for an AtGames Legends Ultimate 1.1, 1.2, or for your Legends Gamer Pro, Legends Gamer Mini, hold down the Player 2 Start button until you see the lights blinking next to the power button. That means your control panel is now in Bluetooth mode. At this point now, under the remotes and accessories options, use your remote control, hit the enter button to search for accessories, and just be patient because it will take a minute or two to discover the device. When the Google Chromecast detects the AtGames Legends Ultimate Control panel, you'll notice that it does say Control Deck P2, Control Deck P1. So you can go ahead and connect whichever side you want. Since I'm going to be playing on the Player 1 side, I'm just going to navigate down with the remote control, hit Enter on the remote control for the Player 1, and it's going to connect, it's going to pair, and then this device is ready to be used for the Player 1 side. Now, I wasn't able to pair up 2 players, unfortunately, but then again, if I'm playing this, odds are I'm playing it just by myself, so that's not going to impact me. You'll notice that the control deck is paired on the Player 1 side to the Google Chromecast. And that's it, you're done. It's just 3 easy steps to get this Google Chromecast paired to your control panel. Now you can navigate left and right and up and down with your joystick and navigate around the Google Chromecast user interface. Now, at this point, you could either search applications, search AntStream Arcade. It will pull up a pop-up keyboard for you and install the application, or if you already have it installed, just navigate to it. Pressing the A button on your control panel is your enter button, and the B button is your back button. One important thing to note is when you're navigating the main user interface for AntStream Arcade with the joystick, there is some sort of like little bit of lag, little bit of delay. The menus don't move as smoothly as they do if you're using the remote control. So it does take a second before it like shifts to the next tile. It's a little annoying, but when we are actually in gameplay, the lag is virtually non-existent, but we're going to dive into that more. So don't let the slow menu navigation scare you away. When you're actually in-game, the games play really, really well. But again, of course, this is going to depend on your internet connection. The Bluetooth connection between the Google Chromecast and the AtGames control panel is working really, really well, and I'm not experiencing any kind of issues. And of course, I have really, really good internet that I'm paying a ton of money for in my home to help make this kind of stuff, streaming games, the best experience possible. But what's really cool too is your control panel's like automatically mapped, right? Up, down, left, right works, as well as A, B, C, X, Y, Z, all your buttons work. It's like the Google Chromecast assumes that your control panel is an Xbox control panel, so you don't have to worry about mapping any buttons. And another thing that's really, really cool is your Player 1 start button is mapped to your insert coin button, and the rewind button is kind of like your back button, your menu button, where you can exit the game, quit the game, save your game, because you do get save states, things like that. So rewind, start, joystick, and all 6 buttons work the way they should. It's awesome. And yes, you can play Mortal Kombat on AntStream Arcade, fully licensed, ready to go. Let's check it out. Speaking of awesome games, have you guys ever played NitroBall? NitroBall is a mix of a top-down shooter with pinball and football. It doesn't get any better than that. Also, I mean, there's a lot of fun games on AntStream Arcade, but, you know, they do have Clay Fighter and they have Pit Fighters. So if you're a fan of those games, you can play it on this device as well on your AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade machine, also online with friends, etc. This was a pretty neat idea, and I got to give credit where credit's due. So thanks so much, KevGret, for putting out this video a few months ago. I finally got around to trying it myself, and I think it's a fun, enjoyable experience. I like AntStream, like playing AntStream on my PC here. I'm just starting to get into it. Make sure you add me on AntStream, PDubs Arcade Loft, if you want to play games with me or participate in some tournaments and things I'm thinking about hosting. But in the meantime, guys, this is a cool little way for $20 that you can add and play even more applications for games and whatchamacallit, and watch videos, watch TV, like whatever you want to do on your arcade machine. You could do it with this Google Chromecast, and it's like a $20 device. I'll have a link in the video description below if you're looking for one. Let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts, feedback, reactions below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.